there's hundreds of people in the room in front of you, and you're making them either go crazy or sing along, and there's no other feeling I can compare it to, because it's just such a unique experience
especially when you're the one that's like giving the vibes, like you're doing all of the like music, everyone's like eyes on you.
Hey everyone, welcome to Wake Up and Win. We are a show about the special mentality it takes to win in the game of life, whether in your job, in a relationship, in school, with your family and friends, or just trying to accomplish goals you set for yourself. I'm Carson Cohen, and on today's show, I'm honored to have these two special guests, Charles Hochfelder and Sofia, our two recent grads at Indiana University. Together for over 4 years now, they've been disrupting the DJ and electronic music industry. They've accumulated over 600,000 streams on Spotify and SoundCloud with their hit single, Ooo Baby. And I should mention, they are a power couple. Charles Hochfelder, born and raised in Westchester, has grown his own portfolio through his DJ, entertainment, and business development careers only at the age of 23. He started DJing fraternity tailgates and parties and became one of the most requested DJs on the college circuit. Now he hosts Tao Group venues and represents rapper, singer, and songwriter Jet Li Houdini. Sofia, born and raised in Long Island, majored in media advertising, minoring in digital production, and works with her boyfriend, Charles, and has a passion and drive for graphic designs ranging from digital design to motion graphics. Charles and Sofia, I just want to say thank you guys so much for taking the time today. It's a great way to kick off our podcast, Season 1, Episode 1.
Thank you for having us.
We are honored. We love the whole vibe and energy of the podcast, Wake Up and Win. We try and wake up every day and win, and also inspire others to win at the same time. So we love it.
Yeah, for sure. Before we start, SirChaz and Sofia, I was thinking maybe you guys want to play something, give the listeners a little peek at your skills and show off the Miami vibes.
Yeah, so here's a little snippet of our hit song, Ooo Baby.
Ooh, baby.
Absolute fire. Amazing. I feel like I'm at Nikki Beach.
Oh yeah.
So I've been following you guys for a long time, and I know your motto, spreading good vibes, and I can already tell you guys live by that each and every day, just by the looks and your attitude and your outgoing personalities. And as you know, Wake Up and Win is all about the mentality that someone has to achieve their success. And it's evident that yours is positive, and it's that you guys are always smiling and spreading good vibes. So how do you guys wake up and win? How do you get rid of all the negativity that comes your way?
Well, I think that just being grateful for the little successes that we do have. Obviously we're not at the top, we're not where we want to be yet, but I think that every day you just have to be grateful and think back to when you were younger. And before we even started DJing, we always wanted to just be able to DJ the bar on college campus, Kilroy's in Indiana, specifically in this example. And we always thought, how cool would it be to be at Kilroy's and DJ? And 2-3 years later, we became regulars there. So even though we have a long way to go and we have high goals that we haven't reached yet, we still have to just take a step back and be like, wow, 2-3 years ago, we had these goals that seemed like they were impossible, but we managed to do it. And it's all about the small steps and the small wins, and just keep taking small wins and turning them into big wins.
And I also think the big reason why we're where we are right now is because we don't care what anyone thinks. This is what we love, and we've gotten so much negative vibes and energy from so many people, but I think it's just important to stay true to yourself and just do what you love and
yeah, for sure. Yeah, So can you guys walk me through your daily routine, starting with your alarm clock buzzing? Do you start your morning with a morning cup of coffee? Do you go out for a morning run? Do you start writing songs? Do you just start mixing tapes? What do you do?
Charles sets like 8 alarms and never wakes up, but I think I'm your alarm.
Yeah, Sophia's always up the earliest, but we usually start our day around 8:30 to 9-ish. We try and get out, take our dog, Ralph. There he is. We try and go for at least a 45 minutes to an hour walk. We'll pick up a coffee on our way back. Sophia will usually make a delicious egg and cheese sandwich. And then we'll sit together at our table and just go through our computer, go through our emails, try and be organized and talk about like what we want to do for the rest of the day. Every day is a little bit different. But yeah, we try and at least dedicate 1 to 3 hours a day of writing and creating music and downloading new music for potential DJ sets. And
awesome. Yeah, that's awesome. So fortunately for me, I got to see you both DJ last year on New Year's in Miami, one of the hottest spots, the Wall, on the hottest night of the year. The place was jam-packed. The vibe was great. How did you get the gig like that? You guys are such young artists, and how'd that happen?
So,
well, since performing at school and making connections, DJing at Kilroy's and just our local bars, we kind of just like worked our way up from there and met a lot of amazing promoters and had the opportunity to play at some really cool venues in New York and Miami, which you saw us at Wall. I think just us keeping that good relationship has really opened up a lot of doors for us.
Yeah. And, like starting at college with the bars and then going to other colleges and playing some of their tailgates and stuff and just meeting these kids who were promoters in New York City nightlife. And eventually, like there were some opportunities in small clubs and stuff. And we did really well and we brought a lot of people in. So we kept growing. And then there were some promoters from New York who were down in Miami for like the winter season because it's very popular in Miami, especially with East Coasters going to Miami for Christmas, New Year's. And basically, people know that our music is good and our energy is good when we play live. And we also said that we could bring a large amount of people and business into your venue if you hire us for this night. And we did, and it was probably one of our best, most successful nights in terms of bringing and booking tables and selling tickets. So that's a really important element of being a DJ in this industry. Unless you have viral music, and Ooo Baby is great, but it's not something that's like viral. It's on its way. It has a lot of streams, but unless you're a popping artist with like songs on the radio or TikTok viral, it's really like about how much business you could bring into these venues.
You guys really know how to put on a show, for sure.
Yeah, I mean, this is how you'll see me on stage. Sure.
Yeah, you'll never see him with a shirt.
What was it like preparing for the show? Were you guys just rehearsing every day?
I think most shows beforehand, we kind of just put like 50 to 100 plus songs into a certain playlist, and we kind of just like go off. I mean, we don't do anything like specifically. It's most important that we honestly feel the vibe out of the crowd. If it's getting rowdy, we'll play rowdy music. It's just kind of like feeding off of them, I guess.
Right. Like we'll always, like she said, we'll prepare a big playlist, but you can never go, okay, we're playing this song after this song, after this song, after this song, because like you don't know if the room is it going to be empty or full? You don't know.
And we tried that, and like honestly, it hasn't worked.
Right.
So when you're too prepared, it's almost not good.
Right. Because you need to leave room for the unknown or for like in the moment. It's like, okay, they need to hear Sweet Caroline right now, and you play Sweet Caroline, you know?
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. So speaking of that energy, what was it like being on stage when you had such a packed room? You were controlling the whole room, you're controlling the vibe. For example, for a soccer player, when you step on the field, you have a different mentality. How do you change?
I mean, for us, like it's really just the adrenaline. Like you said, it's similar to sports. When you're on the field and the whistle blows, you get like charged with adrenaline. And it's the same thing when you're on stage and there's hundreds of people in the room in front of you, and you're making them either go crazy or sing along. And there's no other feeling I can compare it to, because it's just such a unique experience
especially when you're the one that's like giving the vibes, like you're doing all of the like music, everyone's like eyes on you. So I think it's a really amazing feeling. It's a little nerve-wracking, but like there's nothing better than just seeing people like happy and like,
seeing them react positively, you know, like playing that throwback song or that song that everyone's screaming the lyrics to, and then like it's like Living on a Prayer by Bon Jovi. Whoa, we're halfway there, and then like you turn the music off so that everyone in the room can hear them singing, and then you put the music back on.
Yep.
So like,
what's your favorite song to play? What gets the crowd going?
That's
an oldie.
Yeah,
gotta be Sweet Caroline.
Asking like, what's your favorite movie? Like, it's a very tough question, but definitely throwbacks, definitely oldie.
When in doubt, oldies.
Yeah.
Like, and it depends on the setting. But you know, oldies like Come On Eileen, Shout, Sweet Caroline, stuff like that.
Yeah. So as I mentioned before, Charles, you started DJing at college tailgates, and now you moved on to host like TAO venues. How has the mood shifted? What do you enjoy doing more?
Yeah. I mean, so yeah, I don't get to play at TAO venues as much as I want to. I was a host there for 2 summers, which was a great learning experience, learning the ins and outs of the hospitality industry. But I would say our favorite settings to play in are just ones where the people are there to just have a good time and like get lost in the music. Whether it's a packed room of 300, which is like obviously the more packed, the more people it is, the more adrenaline and the more fun. Yeah. But at the same time, if there's 10 to 15 to 20 people, but they're all very dedicated and they're dancing and having a great time, that could be just as fun, you know, and meaningful.
Yeah. What's your favorite state or city to perform in?
Done so far? What's so?
I would say.
And where has it taken you? Where has DJing taken you across the country?
I would say like Wall was just unbelievable in Miami. Like, that was like the videos we have from that night are unbelievable.
That was a really special night.
I think that was just like a special night, but like the best place, like location. I mean, I wasn't there, but I know for you is probably Israel.
Yeah, Tel Aviv, this club called Shalvata, Marquee in Las Vegas, Marquee in New York we've done. And they've all been amazing, but the night you were there, Wall, was probably like one of the best and craziest.
Yeah. So Ooo Baby, my personal favorite, has 600,000 streams across Spotify and SoundCloud. How did you market it, and how did you blow that up? And did it just catch on? It's a catchy song.
I will let our digital advertising expert start this one off.
Really all through social media, especially Instagram. We actually worked with this mentor, Liv Schreiber, who actually helped us during quarantine to really help us grow our brand and, you know, the ins and outs, hashtags, you know, tagging. Like I never knew to put hashtags in like your story and then like minimize it. And like, there's apparently all these like crazy outcomes in it. So a lot of like, I'm laughing. A lot of Instagram hashtags, just word of mouth, which is honestly really good. Facebook ads.
Yep, for sure. So Ooo Baby came out during quarantine, and for the past 7 months, COVID has presented challenges for a lot of people. Have you found this to be a creative period, or have you guys been making use, sampling songs, writing new music?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, as hard as it is not playing gigs, we've definitely taken this time to start building a vault of just quality music so that when we want to start releasing, we have 60 songs ready to go. And while we're still just making new ones, but we want to have like really just like a large catalog of stuff to fall back on while we're still building up new stuff.
Yeah, especially also our brand. We really got to focus on that and how to build it, and
Yeah. So in this new and rising industry, there are a ton of creators. And what would you say is the biggest thing that differentiates you guys from someone else out there?
The fact that we've been in a romantic relationship for 4+ years, and we're also in a business relationship, but it just doesn't even feel like doesn't feel like work that we hate because we love it so much.
From what I've seen is it's clear and evident that your personality and your vibe and your energy that you bring to the table is everything. And
that definitely makes us stand apart from a lot of other people. But creators in general usually love what they do, but there's very few boyfriend girlfriends that work together in a creative field.
Yeah, for sure. You guys really do it incredibly well. But how do you really focus on separating the business from the relationship? Or is it just because you guys have a lot of mutual respect for each other and that's why the quality of the music turns out so well? Is that?
It's a great, I think just because we really do have a lot of the same, interests in music and the same visions and ideas, that I feel like we kind of just like work well together business wise. And then I don't really think we ever really struggle with having to balance like our relationship plus the business aspect.
I completely agree, because
I actually think like it really makes us stronger in both ways.
And I think that through our music, our relationship leaves like an impact on our music, on our brand. Like I think a big part of our brand is just showcasing us as humans, as like a couple in a relationship, and as creators, like all in one. Ooo Baby, like it's a simple song, but it's also like she's my baby and I'm her baby, and it's like it's like our relationship, the way our relationship is kind of embodied by that song. Playful, upbeat, like dancing, like the beat never stops. It's like a 5-minute song. It takes a while to get there, but like that's kind of just an embodiment of like us.
And it's also so good because like we've been in a relationship for like a little over 4 years now, so like we know, like I know what like he likes about, like it's good to have someone else in the picture that gets to like help you like look at new ideas in a different way, or yeah,
100%.
Which is great.
Yeah, for sure. So what's new? What's happening? Is there anything in the making you're working on?
A lot in the making.
We have a song that's going to drop mid-January, and following that, we're going to be releasing singles consistently every month after the new year. We'll give you a little sneak peek before we jump off.
And maybe a clothing brand will be in the making.
Well, I mean, we have been working on a clothing brand. It's mostly she's been taking the lead. They're amazing. We hope to share that with you guys in the next couple months. But just trying to scrap as many gigs as possible. It's tough during COVID, obviously, but we're working on something for New Year's week in Miami again. And it's tough to, work around everything with COVID and the restrictions and people's fears and anxieties of going out. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Just working on music.
I think 2021 will be a really good year, to say the least.
100%.
So for the listeners listening on Spotify, you guys can reach them, SirChaz and Sofia, right? And
yeah.
And SoundCloud as well. And what is it? Instagram? What's your handle?
Instagram at SirChaz and Sofia, one word. This is the stew. We're still setting it up. It's in the making. This is where the production happens. This is where
Awesome.
DJing happens. This is where the eating happens. And you know what happens in here.
Yeah. All right. So let's hear some tunes. Let's see it.
Yes.
Amazing. All right. Thanks everyone for joining. We have a lot of great guests coming up. Charles and Sophia, thank you guys for your time.
Honored. Everybody, you got to go out there, wake up and win.
Win, 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 win.
Let's go.
All right. See you later, Cars Dog. Mwah.
Thank you.